हरे कृष्णा, दंडवत प्रणाम माताजी। वेलकम। हरे कृष्णा, welcome to Amritwani program. Welcome to all devotees. Dandavat Pranam. Her Grace Yamuna Swarup Mataji will be giving the transcendental words of wisdom, and Rameshwar Nayak Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrit. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam to all devotees. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sankirtana, chanting of the holy name, must go hand in hand with deity worship. Especially in the age of Kali, Sankirtana alone is sufficient. If the members of our temples in the different parts of the world simply continue Sankirtana before deity, especially before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they will remain perfect. There is no need of any other performances. Nevertheless, to keep oneself clean in habits and mind, deity worship and other regulative principles are required. Srila Jiva Goswami says that although Sankirtana is sufficient for the perfection of life, the archana or the worship of the deity in the temple must continue in order that the devotees may stay clean and pure. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur therefore recommended that one follow both processes simultaneously. We strictly follow these principles of performing deity worship and Sankirtana along parallel lines. This we should continue. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.3.25. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी की जय। श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. His Grace Rupalas Prabhuji and the Koti Vaishnava. So it is understood from so many days we are doing the same topic again and again, that one by one discussion, that cleanliness is required, purity is required to do deity worship, and purity comes from chanting. How does cleanliness come? Cleanliness of mind comes from chanting, because chanting burns the previous karma, it removes the contamination from the heart, and also that chanting, it relieves us from all the miseries slowly and slowly. How one can get liberated, and how it is to be understood by following all the paths of the acharyas. So right now we discuss more about cleaning ourselves before the deity worship, and cleaning which is required when we do deity worship at home. So in the beginning, the preparations are there, rising early. The Brahma Muhurt is generally accepted as the most auspicious time of the day to perform spiritual practices. During this time of day, the world is peaceful, and the influence of the modes of passion and ignorance are less, thus enabling us to focus more on our spiritual practices. The Brahma Muhurta begins approximately around 1.5 hours before sunrise. Although this may be difficult for some devotees due to pressures of work, etc., rising early and regulation are beneficial for the development of spiritual life. So, It's good to rise as early as possible, and at the same time, it has to be every day, continuous. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Yuktahara viharasya yukta chestasya karmasu yukta swapna vadbodhasya yogo bhavati dukkhano dukkha. So he who is regulated in the habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, and work can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. Leading a regulated life helps us to overcome the influence of the modes of material nature and thus be situated in a position more conducive to developing transcendental consciousness. Chant Hare Krishna or remembering Krishna when you waken in the morning. When one wakes up in the morning, you should chant the name of the Lord. This helps to clear the consciousness of the influences of sleep or any bad dreams you may have experienced during the night. But you can chant the names of the deities you are worshipping or the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in the preparation of whatever seva we want to do. So, concerning Pratah Smriti, remembrance of the Lord in the morning, in the early morning hours, known as Brahma Muhurta, one should get up and immediately chant the Hare Krishna mantra, or at least Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. In this way, one should remember Krishna. Some shlokas or prayers should also be chanted. By chanting, one immediately becomes auspicious and transcendental to the infection of material qualities. Actually, one has to chant and remember Lord Krishna 24 hours daily or as much as possible. Krishna is the origin of Lord Vishnu. He should always be remembered and never forgotten at any time. All the rules and prohibitions mentioned in the Shastras should be the servants of these two principles given in the Padma Puran from the portion called Brihat Sahasra Nama Stotra. Evacuating, rinsing mouth, brushing teeth, and bathing. So Prabhupada says you should describe how in the morning one should get up regularly, brushing his teeth, take his bath. The word Pratah Kriya in the present verse of the Chaitanya Charitamrita means that one should evacuate regularly in the morning and cleanse himself by taking a bath. One has to gargle, achaman, and brush his teeth. He should do this either with twigs or a toothbrush, whatever is available. This will purify the mouth. Then one should take his bath. Actually, householders and vanaprasthas should bathe 2 times a day. Hmm? So, a sannyasi should bathe 3 times a day, and a brahmachari may take only one bath a day. Whenever one is not able to bathe in water, he can bathe by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. After waking, evacuating, and appropriate cleansing, brush your teeth, etc. One knows all these things. Basic cleanliness. So, without taking bath, one remains impure and cannot perform deity worship. Everything you touch before bathing becomes as impure as your body is. Morning bath is compulsory for all except those who are ill or sick. In Vedic culture, bathing is considered to be sacred act and accompanied by meditation on the Lord and recitation of prayers. So these are basic rules for cleansing. There are many more rules. Many more rules are there when one wants to advance in the spiritual Krishna consciousness. One can read more and more about this. One should dress as a Vaishnava, and especially while doing deity worship, appropriate Vaishnava dress is required, and unclean and improper cloth should not be used. Even the cloth which touches us should be clean while worshipping the deity. And one may wear silk or one may wear cotton cloth to while doing the deity worship, while doing the diya. The cotton cloth is more favored, or the silk, ahimsa silk should be used. When we are using silk, the silkworms are usually dying because of that. The thread they remove from them. So, but now we get ahimsa silk also, and best is the cotton cloth or the ahimsa silk. Then more about is that tilaka. Tilak should be used. All the tilaks should be applied. 12 places are there. And we have discussed about this, that how tilak should be applied. Achaman should be done. Om Keshvaya Namah, Om Narayana Namah, Om Madhavaya Namah. Jal can be taken, and that is called Achaman. In this way, one can start the deity worship. And also that while chanting, following mantras and meditating, that, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda, we all know this, and we have to say this before the chanting. So all these things help in cleansing of the body and cleansing of the mind by saying the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. A devotee should perform all these uh, things so that he can purify himself, cleanse himself to prepare for the deity worship. And deity worship helps in removing the contamination of this material world so that he can chant more nicely and he can purify himself in a better way, so that continuous Krishna consciousness is there throughout the day. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. His Grace Rupalas Prabhuji ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, today is Gopashtami. So,
Yes.
and today is the birthday of H.G. Keshav Kumari Mataji, Neeta Nathani Mataji, and wedding anniversary of Hitesh Sharma Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. May Radha Ras Bihari bless them, and all throughout they do their bhakti for the whole life. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Everyone can unmute themselves and say Hare Krishna. Mataji, then I end the session.
Yes, Mataji, after everybody says Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Bo.
श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु
Hare
थे।
Bol. Jai
Jai.
जय हरि बोल
Hari
हरि
Bol,
बोल
Hari
हरि बोल,
Bol,
हरि
Hari
बोल, हरि
Bol,
बोल,
Hari
हरि
Bol.